Welcome back to FastFreddyRC, and what are we going to see in 2023? Well, I thought I would do a bit of a channel update for you and show you a few things that are coming up, a few of the different builds. And I was excited to get one for Christmas, which I'll show you right off the bat as the first one we'll take a look at. I also just want to do a quick shout out to NRC Hobby. They gave me this shirt, and as I buy a lot of my kits from these guys, they've been great. So I just thought I would wear the shirt in support of a local business. So that's why I'm wearing my NRC shirt. So let's take a look at item number 1, the holiday buggy. I was excited to get this one for Christmas because it really is an iconic buggy. It came from 1980. That was when the original car was built, and this is a re-release. Of course, I use that term rather loosely because I think the only thing about this car that it would be a re-release is the body. The chassis is completely different. It has been completely redesigned. But I've seen quite a few of this car on YouTube, and it just looks so cool, the body and everything. So I'm super excited to get building this one. So let's take a look at another one. The Subaru Impreza Mexico 2004 edition. This is a limited edition car on the TT01 Type E chassis, and I just love the graphics and the coloring of the Subaru. And of course I will do this one box art, and I love the kind of the gold wheels. But because this one is also a limited edition, I think it's just so cool to have been able to pick this one up. So I'll be excited to build this. So let's look at another one. The Tamiya Thundershot. This one to me is pretty iconic too, because I remember looking at this way back when, and it was one I always wanted. But it was funny, back then it boiled down to a 2-wheel drive was affordable, a 4-wheel drive was not. So I always associated a 4-wheel drive vehicle with something I wasn't ever going to be able to obtain. So it is so cool to have been able to finally pick this one up. And of course the re-release comes with the pre-painted body, so I don't have to worry about that. As you guys know, I'm not that thrilled about painting the polycarbonate bodies. I enjoy painting the hard bodies, but the polycarbonate ones, I'm not. So I'm actually happy that this comes pre-painted, because I would have done this stock and box art anyway. So this is another one I'm very excited to build. So let's take a look at another one. The Opel Calibra V6 on the TAO2 chassis. And my understanding is this too is a limited edition kit. I believe it came on that chassis way back when. I think it was from the 90s, but I think this car looks so cool. Just like we did an unboxing recently of the Opel Calibra V6 on the Cliff, or I should say the Cliff livery, which is on a TT01E. So it'll be great to have the TT01E build, because I haven't done one of those yet, but I've not built a TAO2 chassis on the channel either. So this is going to be very, very cool to build, and we'll kind of compare the chassis down the line as well. So this one will be coming up as well, and let's take a look at another one. Okay, so I don't know how well you can see these, but we did a build video of the M05 chassis with the Tamiya Yaris body. I have been in the process of cutting this one out. And like I said, I'm not really a fan of this part. I love building stuff, but this requires a lot more detail, and I'm not a body person when it comes to building RC cars. So it's a process, but I will be getting this one all set up and ready to go. I've just got a bit more cutting to do, and then I'll be able to paint this one. And then we'll be able to do some road videos of this one, because one of the other things I want to do this year for you is do a lot more running videos. I do a lot of build videos, but not as much of the running. So I've got some cones and things. I want to do some stuff on the tarmac with these cars. And you remember this. This is from the 30th anniversary Mustang from Tamiya on the TT02 chassis. Again, I'm in the process of doing all the cutting. We're getting there. And then of course, if you remember, this is going to turn into California Highway Patrol. So I will be getting this done in the next little while so we can start putting on the lights and the decals, and then we're going to do some more running videos with this car as well. So that's these two cars will be complete, and we'll be able to showcase them a bit more. And next we have the Tamiya Wild One Blockhead Motors Edition. Now, for those of you who have been following the channel, you'll know that I actually did an unboxing of this one a long time ago. And in fact, I started the build process for it and got as far as that. And part of the reason was when I was attaching a ball connector to one of the steering linkages, it snapped. And it snapped right at the point where you couldn't get it out, and you'd have to drill it out and then have to figure out how I was going to fix that problem. I did reach out to YouTube, and there were a number of different suggestions, but in the end, because I had some other things that I wanted to be working on as well, I decided I'd go the way of just getting Tamiya to send me some new ball connectors. Well, last year, as you know, with COVID and everything else, shipping has been a bit of an issue, so it took about 12 weeks to get the new ball connectors, which I have now, but I've been working on other projects for you, so this kind of took a back seat. So I think we will now return to building the Blockhead Motors Wild One, because I think this car specifically looks just so cool. So this is going to be next, and we will continue the build. Now, having shown you all those different kits, that's not going to be it. That's for sure, because there have been some interesting announcements even before Christmas about what was going to be happening this year. And in February, there's going to be even more announcements. And I think all of us are kind of on our tippy toes wondering what's going to be announced. I know that there's a new off-road chassis. There may even be a replacement chassis to the TT02. There's hints of that. There's a whole bunch of us out there hoping that the Tamiya Falcon is going to be re-released this year. We're crossing fingers, but we'll see. But I also know that they just announced that there's going to be the candy green Grasshopper coming back. It was a limited edition run, but it looks like they're going to do another small limited edition run. We'll see. There's also going to be the Nova Fox. That's going to be coming out this year. And the one that I'm actually super excited about is the Boomerang. I had friends with that way back when, and I love the look of the Boomerang. So that too, I believe, will be coming to the channel, and we'll certainly be building that for you. But I also know that there's another vehicle coming out on the CC02 chassis, which I believe is a Toyota Tundra or Toyota Highlander SUV. So they've announced a few things, but I'm feeling pretty confident that a lot more will be announced in February at their show. So we'll see. So anyway, those are a few of the things that are definitely coming to the channel for 2023. I'll be excited to continue to connect with you. You know, you need some help with different things, definitely reach out to me. And otherwise, please like, subscribe, more is coming, and we'll see you in another video.